once saw an Evangelical Sunday morning TV show whose format consisted of staging debates between traditional Christian and non-Christian authors, writers, and speakers. Now, the show would invite one individual from each side of the ideological or religious issue, and each would state their beliefs. It had the looks of an actual debate, with each person getting equal time to speak and a panel of three judges to decide who is the winner of the debate at the end. But despite the outward appearance of a true debate, which concludes which side gave the better argument, this show is really about proving to viewers that there is no other really valid argument than the Evangelical Christian argument. So, Sunday after Sunday, the invited non-Christian would be declared the loser of the debate. And the show would uphold the supremacy of Christianity over other, what it held to be heathen beliefs. Now, one Sunday, the show invited Deepak Chopra to participate in the debate. Now, Chopra is a well-known author with a background in Hinduism. For his opponent, the producers of the show arranged for an evangelical preacher well known for his bombastic, no-holds-barred style of arguing. Kind of a ringer. Now, over and over during the debate, the evangelical preacher would attack Chopra's beliefs, contending that what he taught was false. He kept trying to get Chopra into an argument about who was right and who was wrong, so that the preacher could, quote, win, which was the point of the show, of course. But over and over again, Chopra simply stated that what he taught and wrote was simply what looked to him like the truth and what is reality, but that he could be wrong. He said that it was just his opinion, and that his opinion could change in the future if he came across new information or new experience or whatever. Now, both the preacher and the debate judges were at a loss regarding what to do with Chopra, since he wouldn't engage in the argument. He wouldn't engage in the black and white either or arguing that was the basis for the show, really. Now, that show reminded me of a very common approach to life that we human beings often take, which is another piece of the puzzle that we need to deal with as human beings. It seems to be part of our DNA, actually, to sort almost everything in life to two categories: either right or wrong, good or bad, sinner or saint, like or dislike, smart or stupid, conservative or liberal, etc., etc. Of course, we don't want to be on the, quote, bad or wrong side of things, because then we would fear the shame and the embarrassment and the ridicule others might level at us. We don't want to look like that. And so often we vocally proclaim our being on the good side of things and entrenching ourselves in a sort of righteous bunker mentality, and never to give in to the bad side. And in addition, we demonstrate our quote, rightness, our goodness, our being in the right, by demonizing the other side and proclaiming that there can be no good in it. It's all bad. Our tendency as humans to take this approach causes us many problems, of course, like a Congress in gridlock, or religious wars, or family divisions, or racial conflict, or economic classism, and many other awful things. Now, at its basic level, this ideology prevents us from entertaining new possibilities and new information, which in turn prevents us from discovering new ways to solve our present problems and to grow beyond our present level of understanding. It stunts our growth. Now, the approach demonstrated by Deepak Chopra in the example I mentioned in that Sunday morning show, that tends to work better for us human beings, and is one which everyone could employ if they wanted. It includes, first of all, using all available information and experience in formulating our belief or position. It implies that a person does the work of gathering information and ideas from many different sources, and doesn't just rely on being, quote, spoon-fed input from only one source. Now, as a person distills that information into their own belief and worldview, they must use as their guide the most basic and most important value of all, which is love of neighbor and love of self. That's the guiding principle. In addition, as Chopra demonstrated, a person must be able to acknowledge that they don't have the whole picture. They don't know it all. That there's more out there that might help them grow in their belief and understanding. And that others, even those with different views, even enemies, may have something of value to contribute to my view. Now, this implies a willingness to change and adapt one's views in light of new information. It's similar to the scientific approach. Science posits an explanation of something, but when new information comes along, it changes to offer a more accurate explanation. Someone using this approach will also recognize that engaging in argument and debate to determine who is right and who is wrong is really divisive and a waste of energy. This person will value dialogue and an open exchange of views, knowing that everyone has a piece of the truth, and that dialogue is the path to coming to a greater understanding of the truth together. It's not very easy to tame our instinct for debate and argument and proving who is right and who is wrong. It's not easy. It takes a lot of self-control, a lot of humility, a lot of self-confidence, a lot of flexibility, and a lot of discipline. But like anything else, we can get better at it with practice. And the results can be well worth the effort.